Hi, everybody. How are you? Super excited. I tried to record this yesterday, but there was some kind of technical problem and it didn't record when I thought it was. So I thought I would redo it. So if you're on, I would love for you to join in this conversation. If you have an opinion about the lessons from the California recall, please join in. I would love to have a conversation with you about this. I think this is a very important time right now to seize on the opportunity created by the outcome of this recall. And I don't see Democrats seizing upon it with the ferocity that I think we should. Because I think that the outcome of this recall was a total vindication against Trumpism. When you talk to the California voters who came out to support Newsom, why were they there? Because they want the pandemic to end and they support Newsom's views on the pandemic. And don't forget, something like 70% of Americans have received at least one vaccine. So we hear these anti maskers, anti vaxxers, and they seem really like there's a lot of them because they're loud, but they are the minority of Americans. Another major reason that drove voters to participate in the recall was the Texas abortion ban. Okay, they were pissed about that. This is this was their way to saying California will not become Texas. Now, I hear some people saying California is an anomaly because it is a majority Democrat state. And yes, that is true. But don't forget, we have 6 million Trump voters in California, more than any other state. And California for years was the vanguard, was a Republican state. I mean, we produced Ronald Reagan, and we produced a lot of the policies. The three strikes you're out originated in California, right? What we have built in California, we are a majority people of color state, and we have built a multiracial coalition that holds power in our state. Now, we certainly have a long way to go to addressing the racism and racial inequality in our state. And I would urge Governor Newsom to stay focused and use this time to really address that, because that is how you won. And I think another major lesson from the recall, they did not do a good job of, of grassroots mobilization and funding the organizations led by Black people, led by Latinx people, led by Asian Americans, other people of color, to do the grassroots mobilization. And so I think this is also a major takeaway from the recall, is that don't just do TV ads to mobilize your voters. You have to have a ground game, and the ground game can't start, right before the election. The ground game is a long term game of not game, but strategy of really organizing and supporting the organizing of Black, Indigenous, Latinx leaders so that they can turn out the vote. That's not something you do on the fly. That's something you do over a long period of time. And people will come out and vote for a fighter. Okay, this is, I think, the most important lesson. Moderate Dems, 2022. We could easily lose our House majority, our Senate majority, if people don't see you out there fighting. We have to give them a reason to vote for you. Okay? People are not going to turn out to vote. Hi, Renita. How are you? I would love to hear. Do you have any thoughts on the outcome of the recall? Listen, Democrats need to be bold. We are the majority. Don't forget, in 2016, Trump lost the popular vote by 2.8 million votes. He only won the electoral vote by 80,000 votes in 3 states. Joe Biden won 81 million votes, the most votes of any president in history. And we did not elect him to be a wuss. We elected him to go hard. So I want to see Joe Biden go hard. Go hard on Texas. Send, let's send federal troops to protect women's right to choose or offer abortions at VA clinics. Let's counter what they are doing. That is what is going to make a difference, okay? And we have to pass the voter the anti-voter suppression bills, okay? This is imperative. We Mitch McConnell overrode the filibuster to ram through 3 Supreme Court justices. So let's override the filibuster. We can't just sit there and do nothing, sit on our hands as if we can't do anything to get this passed. This is not a time that we need to see fighters. We need to see we only have a short window of time before this midterm election. I'm very happy right now to see actually what is going on. Yes, Renita, faith that good will overcome evil in the end, and we must reform the recall process. It shouldn't be so easily available. 100% Renita. We have to have faith that we will prevail in the end. This is extremely important. We are, as Republicans age, the Democrats' majority, the multiracial majority only grows. So we learn from them how they are able to stay super organized, tightly focused, tightly on message. Let's do that too. We have more people, okay? And this means for white progressives like me, this means we need to sit back, I mean not sit back, but stand down and support the leaders of color who are closest to the problem and closest to the solution. We need to resource them, protect them, follow their leadership, and get our other white progressives on board. This is how we will win. This is the future of our party in a country that is majority will be majority people of color by 2045. I know that there are white people who are extremely threatened by that and doing all they can to impose our white supremacy on and maintain our grip on power. But that we need to expose them for who they are, the terrorists. Republicans are the terrorist party. We have seen it over and over again, not only on January 6th, but in Charlottesville, in the Proud Boys rallies around the country, in the massacre at the temple in Pittsburgh, in the pipe bombings that were going all across the country. Okay, Republicans are terrorists, and we need to make that clear in our messaging. They are terrorists. They are liars. They don't care about death. They are a death cult. Their own conservative radio commentators are dying of COVID because they were on the air lambasting vaccines and masks, and now they're dead. Okay, we need to expose them for what they are, um, and then we will mobilize people to support us because they don't want to die either. Okay? This is a great opportunity for moderate Democrats to become bolder, to fight harder. Okay, let's unify and fight back and use the momentum from this huge victory. Let it wash across the country. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get depressed. Don't feel like we can't do anything. We can. We just kept Gavin Newsom in office. Okay? Let's use that momentum and keep it going. And if you have comments on this, please feel free to comment. I would love to hear your point of view. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.